Hey soap fans, the spoilers for Days of Our Lives are dropping fast and furious, and I have to get this out to you right now. So we are looking at Monday, the 17th of August, 2026, and it is going to be a massive emotional wreck of an episode. Let's start off with Chanel Dupree DiMera, because she is finally going into labor, and it is about time but also terrifying. So Chanel initially thought she was just experiencing Braxton Hicks contract, which happens a lot in pregnancy. But no, it seems like she could actually be in labor for real this time. And that means total panic mode for her family. Everyone is going to be rushing to get Chanel to University Hospital. But here is the weirdest detail that the spoilers pointed out. They don't have any newborn clothes for the baby. Because remember when they got Trey DiMera? He was already 4 months old when he came to them. So they literally never had to buy newborns, which is such a random thing to worry about right now. But I guess it adds to the chaos of the moment. But a safe delivery absolutely needs to come before any baby clothes. So Johnny's going to rush her to the hospital. And I am so worried because the spoilers say trouble is looming as her delivery nears. And we all know Chanel's history here. She has malignant breast cancer, and she made the impossible choice to delay her radiation and chemo treatments to protect this unborn baby, which was so brave, but also so dangerous for her own health. And Johnny has been terrified this entire time. He even tried to quit as DiMera CEO just to be by her side, but EJ pushed him to stay, and Paulina was running around Salem trying to bully EJ into giving Chanel that untested Versavix drug instead of radiation, which was a terrible idea. But Paulina was desperate. And now the moment of truth is here. Chanel is in the delivery room, and I really worry there could be massive complications because Salem births are never easy. Meanwhile, over in another part of the hospital, Kayla Johnson is walking the halls, and she has to deliver some bad news of her own. But this news is not for Johnny and Chanel. It is for Abe Carver and his son Theo. So you immediately know what this is about. It could be about Chanel since Abe is her former stepdad. But no, it is definitely about Lexie Carver. And this situation could spell absolute heartbreak for the Carver family all over again, because Lexie is dying. Again, which is just so incredibly cruel of the writers. Let's just dump all the info we have on this Lexie situation, because it is a mess. EJ DiMera played God. He used Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's Versavix serum to bring Lexie back from the dead. And she literally walked out of the secret tunnels during Stefano's will reading. And Abe was overjoyed. He pushed Paulina away. Paulina stepped aside so Abe could be with his true love. And Theo was finally getting his mom back. But then the science failed. Dr. Rolf found out the resurrected lab rat died from lethal side effects. And then Lexie started getting headaches. And now her body is failing. The cure was only temporary. And EJ knew it. And Abe was so furious, he literally physically kicked EJ out of Lexie's hospital. And EJ got a severe physical beatdown. But EJ still arrogantly claims he did it for the good of the DiMera family, which is just classic monster EJ. So now Kayla has to look Abe and Theo in the eyes and tell them that Lexie's time is up. And I can't even imagine the grief. Abe already lost her in 2012 to a fatal brain tumor, and Theo has autism and relies so heavily on stability, and now his heart is being ripped out a second time. What are the chances that Lexie actually dies at the exact same moment that Chanel's baby is? Because that is exactly how soap operas work. The circle of life. One soul leaves and another arrives. Lexie is Johnny's aunt after all, so maybe they will honor her. It would be way too much to give the new baby Lexie's first name right after she passed. But maybe a middle name? I think that would be a really sweet tribute amidst all this horrible tragedy. But we have to switch gears because the hospital isn't the only place with drama. Let's talk about Javi Hernandez. Jacob Martinez has been doing a great job taking over the role, but Javi's going through it right now. On Monday, August 17, Javi is going to make a massive discovery. He learns more about Leo Stark's fate because Leo is currently stuck in Alamania, and Javi's going to be told exactly what is going down over there. So Leo went to Alamania to play action hero, which is wild because Leo is usually just a selfish con man who blackmails people. But he threw himself into a highly dangerous international hostage crisis, all because Dimitri von Leuschner kidnapped Gwen, and Leo wanted to help, but Dimitri refused to compromise, and he took Leo as a secondary hostage. So now Leo is trapped, and Javi's hearing all this, and the EMT knows that Leo loves him. So Javi might be super confused about why Leo would stay with his villainous ex, Dimitri, or why Leo would risk his life like this. And this is where the romantic angst comes in, because Gus let Javi go. Gus is the Texas firefighter who was supposed to be Javi's new perfect boyfriend. Gus even applied for a job at the Salem Fire Department just to stay with Javi. But Gus saw the writing on the wall. I can't forget the look on Gus's face. Gus knows he already lost Javi. The only person who doesn't realize it yet is Javi himself, because Javi is still in denial, but there's no way Gus can compete with Javi and Leo's messy, chaotic love story. Gus is a good guy, and the sooner he accepts that Javi's heart belongs to a toxic blackmailer, the better chance Gus has of moving on and being happy. I wonder if hearing about Leo being a hostage is what finally prompts Javi to admit he still loves him. Only time will tell, but it feels inevitable. And speaking of the Alamania hostage crisis, we have to talk about Rafe Hernandez, because Rafe is on a mission. He flew all the way across the world to negotiate with Dimitri, and now Rafe is trying to get Gwen Rischek to cooperate with him. But Gwen is being incredibly difficult. For a recently freed hostage, Gwen is really digging her heels in, and she refuses to make things easy for Rafe, which is so typical Gwen. She always has a hidden agenda. Rafe already cleared EJ of kidnapping her. He proved Dimitri was the real culprit, but Gwen is probably scheming. Maybe she wants to protect Leo, or maybe she is trying to leverage the situation to get Dimitri's money. Since Dimitri previously threatened to go back on their divorce settlement, Gwen is a survivor, but she is also a manipulator. And Rafe is just a tired cop trying to close a case, and he keeps pushing her, but she is just not budging, and it is driving him crazy. So by the end of this whole Alamania storyline, I really think Javi and Leo will reunite, because Leo put his life on the line, and Leo could honestly be reclassified as a goofy hero rather than a malicious conman after this. He went to save his best friend, he got captured, and Javi is going to realize that Leo has a heart under all those terrible plaid suits. But man, Monday is going to be heavy. Between Chanel screaming in the delivery room and Kayla telling Abe that his wife is dying again, and Rafe arguing with Gwen in Europe, I am going to need a strong drink to get through this episode. The writers are really not pulling any punches for the end of summer, and I am just typing furiously trying to keep up with all these plot threads, because the DiMera and Carver families are just taking hit after hit, and the Hernandez cousins are dealing with their own romantic disasters. Which storyline are you guys most looking forward to seeing on Monday, August 17th? Are you worried about Chanel's baby? Are you furious at EJ for what he did to Lexie? let us know, because this is getting wild.